Welcome back to Shadows Over Loathing. We were talking to our good pal here, keeping an eye out for his teddy bear. He told us to go out back and maybe there'd be some gas here. I'm going to look around the house a little bit more first. This door looks like it hasn't been used in a while. Where does this door lead, I ask you? What a formal way or odd way to go about it. Spare bedroom ain't been used in forever. I don't even bother opening the door since the dust devil got in there. Feel free to help yourself, though. I doubt you'll find much of use. A dust devil? Yeah, those critters are a real nuisance round here. They're attracted to beds that ain't been cleaned under properly. And since I lost my broom back in 26, it's been a real, what'd Simone call it? A nutrient-rich environment. Ornery little beasts. Real territorial. Okay, I'll be careful. There's a lot going on down there. A tasteful arrangement of dried prawns. It's a shelf full of pulp westerns. A betrayal at Rattlesnake Ranch. Oh, this is a running gag, is to just have like these infinitely generated things. Ooh, nice cool moves. Oh, he fumbled it. It was cool for 1 second. The betrayal at Dry Ranch. Betrayal at Owl Canyon. The ambush at Six Gun Mine. Hey! This one looks like it's worth a read. A handgun's tale instead of a handmaid's. Unlike most old westerns, this one's written from the perspective of a gun. Unlocks advanced trick shooting techniques. Reckonin' at Rattlesnake Mountain. Betrayal at Dry Ranch. Gunfight. Rattlesnake-aroo. Rustlers of the West. Just check and see if there's anything else there. I feel like I got out of it what I needed to. I will read it. This story's pretty boring, but it contains some very technically complex descriptions of advanced shooting techniques. You need mysticality to learn about it, even though I'm pretty sure gun stuff is moxie. That's quite interesting. You need moxie before you can mix mysticality before you can get the moxie. 10 meat, good stuff. I guess I gotta be prepared to fight under here. The Dust Devil's really kicking up some Dickens under there. And drag it out for a fight. Well, if I'm about to kick off a fight, I won't raise it. It'll be simple. It's like the first fight in the game. It's not going to be a challenge. Are you sure? Chekhov said these things were pretty dangerous. I'm sure it's not going to be anything. A vicious stabbing. Oh god, I hadn't actually received the damage yet, had I? What is this? Throw a rock. I can use this. I have 1 AP. Does this cost AP? It probably does. I'm a little bit worried all of a sudden, actually. More than I expected to be. I'll honk at him. I don't know what kind of stats he's got, so just try and disturb him a little bit. Thwack? Am I allowed to? That must not have taken any AP. Oh, no. Wow, I did, like, no damage whatsoever. That went very, very poorly. You should have listened to Chekhov. I guess so. I think when you faint, any food you would have consumed is gone. Any benefits that you would have had are gone. So I won't eat anything. I'm going to talk to him and see if he has anything to say post-fight. He's looking around and mumbling to himself as he checks off his mental to-do. Hey, Elias? Never mind. Fair enough, I guess. The bathroom. Sure. How'd you know the door was the bathroom, though? I've always had a knack for knowing which doors lead to bathrooms is all. Well, good for you, I guess. It's pretty straight up. A vicious clawfoot bathtub. You can see your face in Elias's mirror. Just like your own mirror back home. Gaze into it. Hi, Grammy. Smile. Hey there, good looking. What's wrong? Why, I oughta... Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no! You remember something really embarrassing you did a couple of years ago. Ugh, freak out. I'll just assume this looks good. Go back to normal. There you are. Oh, do you know what? I'm guessing that this is like, I will just be smiling now. I can just be a happy boy. Sure, why not? This is a surprisingly modern toilet for such an old house. You flush Chekhov's toilet, hoping it won't come back to haunt you later. I just figured this out. This should have been so much more apparent to me last episode. I'm sure there will be comments. I'm recording these back to back, so I haven't seen anything yet. It's Chekhov's gun, which is the entire principle that, like, in a stage performance, I think that's where it originates, but it applies to anything, that if you introduce something in a story, then it needs to come back later. So if you introduce a gun in Act 1, then in Act 3 it needs to come back and go off and contribute something meaningful to the story. This is Chekhov at the very beginning of the game. This is his gun. He even said, like, that'll be important later. Whoosh! Why did it take me so long to piece together that that's the joke that was being crafted there? Because I think that is phenomenally hilarious. This door is locked with some kind of elaborate electric lock. Oh, that's Simone's room. Hopefully she ain't left anything important in there, because I plumb forgot how to work that crazy lock she invented. Can I shoot it or use some mysticality or something like that? Out back. So there's a gun hanging out to try. Nothing on this clothesline except a pair of socks and an old gun. You take the gun and leave the socks. They don't look safe. Dangerous. Look how damp they are. Soaked through. Rusty pistol. You spend all that time cleaning your gun and the rain comes along and ruins it. So, I will stick with the bat for now. It's not very strong or anything. There's a lot of like clacking around going on. There's like a weather vane with like a windsock and like a barometer. There's like all sorts of things all stitched together there. I don't think I can really like interact with it. You'd have to be impenetrably dense to wander into these woods, because they are impenetrable and dense. Oh, a scarecrow is shooting. That's much scarier than most scarecrows. I could hear the sound, didn't know where it was coming from. That scarecrow is a bit more intimidating than usual. The crows around here must be really aggressive. Show it, you aren't scared. I probably shouldn't have started a fight. Perhaps that was a mistake. A shoot crow. Okay, there's all its stats. I didn't look at that very thoroughly before. So, if I lower all your stuff. Oh, come on, they can't go down to 0. That's the main issue there. So I'm about to take quite a bit of damage. I will attempt to thwack it. That's not enough damage. I'm far too weak currently as is. And so I think I'm just going to run away. Does 2 damage. Cost an action point. Does not end your turn. Oh. So, if I would have done that and a bat right off the bat, then maybe I bet I could have won this fight. And now I'm suddenly thinking perhaps not. Oh, Byron is also steadily raising my stats. So maybe he's raised them enough that I will... Oh, it's just 1 physical. Oh, no, that's enough. That's enough. I will get away with it. Just barely. I think you heal after battles. Hell yeah. Shoot crow. So long. Now it's just a regular scarecrow with a gun. Dead on the ground. You've got enough XP to learn a new skill. Open the character sheet and do that. I kind of want to put into mysticality so I can do that one very specific thing, but it doesn't benefit me. I could commit. I could commit to mysticality. I'll keep an eye out for a mystical based weapon. Quick wit. You might not be the sharpest tool in the drawer, but you're not the dullest knife in the shed. Flipping those around, it's like, you know, beat a dead horse blind. I'll cross that bridge when I burn it. That's always a good one. Your mysticality helps you figure things out, sound smart when you talk, and deal damage with magical weapons, mostly utensils. Oh yeah, there's like the Saucemancer, or the Pastamancer and the Sorcerer are like, I think, Kingdom of Loathing characters. I will buy this skill. More item and meat drops, I wouldn't be able to afford it yet anyways. So yes, I'm guessing I would unlock... Oh, I thought it would unlock like the next thing. Maybe I have to buy all of them and then... We'll see. We'll see how it all comes together. This thing's crow menacing days are over. It's an old tractor. There's an old rag shoved in where the gas cap should be. You pull the rag out and sniff the tank. Smells like there's a little gas left in here. You dip the rag in the gas tank, soak up all the gas, then bring it out into your can. I don't know if that gas would be super great at that point. That tractor is the right most interesting thing in this part of the country. There's nothing else to do with this tractor except maybe sit on it and pretend to be a farmer. Do that then. Oh, look at me, I'm a farmer. I love crops. Sure is raining a lot. Too much. I hope I have time to harvest my corn before it's time to deworm the chickens. Keep pretending. Gotta scrub the rams before sunup. I'm gonna till the millet and then rake some oats. Time to till the corn. Usually exploring those sorts of things earn experience or, like at the best of times, perks. I guess I got a book earlier, so it's always good to kind of lean into whatever weird gag they're presenting you. Plus, it's worth it just for it being funny. Ah, man, even pretending to farm is hard work. Oh, no, I have to dust the cows. No, I meant to say I have to shear them. Better scrub the boars before the weather gets worse. Today seems like a good day to reap my bulgur. Good day for hay. For anyone out there who's watched Letterkenny, maybe a few people, a couple perhaps. Chekhov's barn key. You have the door, heave the doors open and leave the key in the lock in case Elias wants to lock up again later. Well, straight, I'm going to go looking for needles. Ugh, you have a recurring nightmare about searching for something in one of those. Yeah, I was trying to reenact it in real life here. Real life. You know what I'm saying? I saw something running around off to the side there. This is a nice barrel, but it'd be nicer if it had anything in it. Based on the arrangement of objects around you, you conclude that this is a machine for turning hay bales into loose hay. I'm assuming it's the other way around, but you know, I'm not very mystical or smart at this time, so I could be misinterpreting. A baleful pile of hay. It's not beautiful, it's baleful. Well, I think I'm going to wander around a bit more before I go confront Simone's weird-ass contraption, because who knows what's going to happen there. Oh, I don't have the muscle. Dang, you probably can't get enough moxie, mysticality, and muscle to do the different things scattered around this early part of the game. Like, you kind of have to commit to one, I assume, and then replay and try the others. It's just a painting of a bunch of tools. A watering trough for some long-gone livestock. This must be the farmer's daughter's fishing rod. She won't miss it, you assume. It's a ranged weapon. Deals muscle plus physical damage. This is a fishing rod used for fishing and definitely not for fighting. Wait, maybe that's how it describes all weapons of how they do their damage. Muscle plus physical. Yes, that is how that works. I like the idea of having ranged and beating people with a fishing rod. I got a duck call and a fishing rod. I'm a man of the wilderness, apparently. You're not going to get past that thing without destroying it. Well, then I shall destroy it. It does not have a lot of HP. It is planning to zap me, and I'm just going to chuck a rock at it. What do you think of that? Wow, that did more than I expected it to, so I think I'm just going to swish her real good. That sure didn't hold up well, did it? Simone's monster is now a pile of parts on the floor. Rest in parts. And then I can collect some, hopefully? Not even. It's a workbench for welding. Do I have anything that raises moxie? I think I might have. Mysticality. Cheese loaf was moxie. I will eat the cheese loaf. Cursed by an absence of crackers, you eat the cheese loaf with your bare hands. In the end, you are unclean both inside and out. Improved loafing. The high-fat content of that cheese-adjacent snack you ate has made you better at relaxing. So you ate a loaf, it made you better at loafing. So, if I'm going to have that, then I will equip the rusty pistol. I don't intend to commit 100% to Moxie, but that should be enough to at least search this. It's mostly tools you don't understand, but you do find some gloves. A pair of thick gloves designed to protect your hands from errant sparks caused by your negligence and lack of welding skills. Oh, hot armor for when I fight the dust devil again? Is that what he was referred to? You went through a lot to gain access to this can. Accept your reward. And so, victory is sweet. It's probably the lead that makes it sweet. I think I probably need to find a hose of some kind to gain access to that one pump that did have gas. You'd go up there if it weren't for your hay fever and your falling out of lofts fever. So that may have done everything we could there already. Time to go talk to Chekhov? He's mumbling to himself. Tell him about the scarecrow. I had to beat him up. Sorry. Well, I was leaving it behind anyhow, but why'd you go and do a thing like that for? It shot at me with a gun. Oh, right. Yeah, that's perfectly reasonable then. I'm glad you see it that way. All right. Second attempt at this. Yes, I am sure. He went and applied the bleed, so that immediately did damage. I want to... I thought throwing the rock didn't use AP. Pick up a rock and throw it, dealing 2 physical damage. Using a skill that costs an action point does not end your turn. Shooting does not take an action point. So I want to lower his stats. He's for sure too strong. Less muscle for you. And then I'm going to shoot you. Only for 2 damage. It's not great. Oh, I'm still bleeding, so I think I'm still just pooched. And there goes the thing that I ate, the loaf. The loaf, I think, will be gone again already. Well, turns out that hot armor counted for almost nothing. That was not enough to get away with it. Whoops. Oh, poor turtle. This turtle's stuck on his back. Why aren't you helping it? I am helping it. There you go, buddy. Where are you going? What the heck? I'm happy to have helped, but, like, I wanna like, hang out or something, man. Are you gonna come be a part of things back here? If you're just gone forever, I'll be very disappointed. I thought we were gonna hang out, be pals. Byron's out. He's off the team. I'm looking for a new familiar. Someone a little more unfamiliar. Byron's gotten far too close. Knows too many things about me. I need some to defamiliarize my familiar a little bit, please. Enjoy Blue Cola, the honorable choice. An old billboard from before the war, so not quite how I thought the red-blue thing worked. MD. Looks like they drove this boxcar out here and then took the track away? Boy, someone must have hated that boxcar. Is this a throwback, perhaps, to West of Loathing? An open fire in an enclosed space. Classic. Hey, there's something in there. I need 1 hot armor, which I have. Reach in and grab it. This is not the indicated use of those gloves, you know. This is a tool for prying things open, like the door to a saloon for ravens, or a crate containing a tiny tavern for magpies. Or, oh, because it's a crowbar. A crowbar. So it's any sort of corvid and any type of bar. Or the boarded up window of a speakeasy for jackdaws. You get it. There, I can actually have a muscle-based weapon now and potentially go down that path. I still think I want the mysticality. I already forget now, though. I have nothing mysticality-based. Yeah, so I'm sticking with the pistol for now, I guess. Yeah, and I've lost my food anyway. You probably shouldn't root through the guy's knapsack without asking him first. A cheerful-looking hobo toodles idly on a harmonica. Interrupt his tootling. Hi there, I'm Graeme. Well, howdy there, neighbor. I'm Howie. Pleased to meet you. I'm not actually from around here, though. Well, the way I see it, this whole country is my home, so everybody is my neighbor. Oh, that's nice. Either that, or they're all trespassers who'd be better get off of my property. I'm just joshing you, friend. Care for some jerky? What kind? Clam. It's a local delicacy. Sure, I'll have some jerky. It's probably a freebie. It's always nice to get a gift from a kindly stranger, but it's especially nice when that gift is dried flesh, but separate from money. That one gains muscle. There you are. Can't abide the stuff myself, like eating a dried slug, but saltier. Come to think of it, that's exactly what it is. You're really selling me on this local delicacy. If you ask me, the locals are a little bit weird. Okay, I do ask you. Where are you from? Originally, I'm from Hawaii. I admit I got bored of gorgeous tropical beaches and decided to hit the rails. You rode the rails? From Hawaii? Yep, real challenging trip for a first-time hobo, but I made it through all right. You ever think of going back? They only got the one track there, so it was a one-way trip. I might head back over for a visit once I've built a second one, though. Huh. Do you live here now? I'm not permanent like, but I've been camped out here a few days. All alone? Well, it used to be a bit livelier, but the boss has sent a railroad bull to run everybody off. Railroad bull? You mean like a cop? Yeah, you could say that. I think he's still prowling around out back, if you care to test your mettle. I don't advise it, though. Is he packing heat? Nope, he's unarmed, but one of your arms might make a pretty good club, once he gets it off ya. Any plans for the future? Well, word on the wall is that there's a camp forming in Ocean City. I figure I'll mosey on over there once this rain lets up. Word on the wall. I never heard that phrase. Is it like through the grapevine? Similar. I see then. Take care. Just gonna leave it at that. Can I rummage through all of his crap? Some incomprehensible glyphs are scrawled on the wall of the boxcar. The, ancient alien storyline in West of Loathing was really fun, so maybe we're getting a little bit something like that again. Partially full gas can nestled into piles of garbage, collect the fuel, pour the gas into your own can, then hide the empty can behind some of the garbage. Well, I got a full can now, got everything I need. Ooh, there's something shiny in this pile, dig for it. It's an old class ring. You got the 1917 SIT class ring, a TARDIS class ring from the Seaside Institute of Technology, adorned with a blue jewel supported by a pair of tiny carved badgers. Makes everyone think you attended SIT or mugged someone who did. Now, do I keep that, or do I try to give it to the guy who collects class rings? You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm switching up now. We are going crowbar with its muscle, because the fishing rod was muscle. I'll go fishing rod. And I'm eating the clam jerky. Oh, I still kept that. I actually thought that went away when I, was down. Yes, I am replacing it. You gnaw on the jerky until the gnawing is done. You gain the effect slightly clammier. Your body is now approximately 1% clam on account of the small amount of clam you just put in it. The swallowing, too. The gnawing and the swallowing. The ring is equipped. I will pry you open, force it open. Extremely heavy. I'm hoping 2 muscle is enough to deal with whatever's out back here. The cows were such a big deal in the last game. Oh, there's a little heart on there. There's a carving on the trunk of the tree. It says, "Howie loves playing the harmonica." Aww. Somebody has placed a sheet of filthy linoleum on the ground here in an effort to lend legitimacy to this outdoor kitchen. And we're claiming it didn't do the trick? I'm sold. The stew in this pot is beyond help. But you could probably salvage the ladle. Oh, we could get our first mysticality-based weapon. Hey, this isn't a ladle, it's a spatula. No wonder the stew is so messed up. The grimy spatula. The grimy slinger is what I called my guy in West of Loathing. This spatula has been used hard and cleaned never. It's pretty strong on its mysticality. Mysticality plus physical damage. That's surprising a little bit. One of those newfangled indoor-outdoor refrigerators. Somebody left a perfectly good mason jar full of gas in here. Well, I got bonus gas. 133% full gas can. Doesn't make any sense, but we're all set just in case. You were hoping for an outdoor dining room, but just woods in that direction. Where am I supposed to eat my delicious dinner? Uh-oh, it's the railroad bull Howie told you about. Although railroad minotaur would probably be more accurate. Take the bull by the horns. I don't expect this to go well. Halt, trespasser. You can actually talk. The Manifest Destiny Co. Railroad Minotaur. He's actually not very strong at all. He does quite a bit of damage, though, so I will still try to honk him down to a weaker condition to hopefully last a few turns extra. Wow, that didn't do a lot of damage. Apparently, raising my muscle didn't do a lot of good for me is what I'm hearing here. I don't think throwing this rock's gonna make the difference. No, because I'll still be able to hit it. This is right on that line again, where I should actually be fine here. Gore! Getting gored with the horns is pretty hardcore, actually. Thank you. Thank you very much for all that. You're a credit to the team. Suck it. You beat the Minotaur. Ooh, Byron is stronger. I'm very happy for you, my friend. It's jacked up on some milk crates. A 1911 Ford milk crate for wheels. It's still a Ford. That model never really seemed to take off. Oh, look, it has a gas can in it. 166%. Well, I sure do have a lot of gas. The only thing in that direction is trees, and they're not interesting trees. Those ones over here, yonder, though. Those are some good-looking trees. Ah, that's it, eh? Still tooting away. What can I do for ya? I dealt with that bull for ya. You did? Well, now, that's a real service to the hobo community. I ain't got anything to offer you as a reward, but I surely won't forget this. Maybe he'll get me back someday. Well, take your leave. I started to say it as if it was being said by a character. Topeka! You've heard a lot of nice things about Topeka, but not 1,200 miles worth of nice things. Yeah, I ain't bothering with none of that. Far too far away. I'm going to see if any dialogue's been opened up by having that ring. Tell him about the ring you found. You hand it over to him and he looks it over. 17 SIT ring. I got one of these in faux emerald, but not a faux sapphire one like this. These are the ones they gave to the junior varsity pig skinners. Had a little enchantment on them so the kids wouldn't get quite so many concussions. Probably wore off by now. Is it worth anything? Nah, not to a jeweler or pawnbroker or anything like that. 8-karat gold and a stone made of glass. A collector'd give you 30 meat for it, such as myself, if you're interested in selling it. I don't really want to give it to him. I don't really think I see much point in hanging on to it. I will take the money. He fishes some meat out of his pocket, out of his overalls, and hands it. Pleasure doing business with ya. That seemed like the right thing to do in that case. I'm going to check it just to see if anything's updated. Nah. I have not gained a level. I am still weak. Where, muscle, yes, my muscle is being raised by the slightly clammier. Okay, everything is working as it should be, as I expect it to be. I think I've done everything I can back yonder. That's new, isn't it? There's a weird plaque where Lydia was standing. Historic site. At this exact spot on the 13th of October, 1908, the state's first mass-produced automobile, the Ford Model T, purchased by Hiram O'Crullins, accidentally struck and killed the state's first hitchhiker, Lydia Barnsley. So apparently, that woman you talked to a few minutes ago has been dead for exactly 20 years. 28's my favorite number. 1928, that'll be easy to remember. Good. Swell! Everything about this is great, and you aren't regretting this trip before you even arrived. Go on about your normal, non-haunted day. All these things keep coming up about, being haunted, scary. I'm haunted. I am. I don't think I am allowed to be critical of other things being... No judgment to things that are haunted, because I am. If I have to live with it, then, I shouldn't be all nervous about it, and whatnot. Mysticality. I think mysticality was what was needed for this. So, am I willing to override my stat one further time? Not with the coffee, it was with the mysticality. So I'm going to lose muscle here. I'm doing it. I'm replacing it yet again. This is very often to be replacing my stats, but hopefully I didn't do that in a dumb order and screw myself. Extra canny! Those canned pears really fortified your mental function. Or maybe it's just a sugar rush from the gooey syrup they were drowned in. Sweet. Too sweet, in fact. Which weapon is mysticality based? Any of them? The handgun's tail. It was 5. I'm a ways away on that one. The spatula. plus physical damage. Mysticality plus 2 dealt as physical damage, I think is what it's saying there. So, I suddenly have like a pretty decent weapon. Figure it out. There's an engraved plate on the side that says, "Hello, portable gasoline generator." Aha, it's a machine for generating portable gasoline. I'll have 200%, I'll have twice the gas. You extract a day's crop of gasoline from the miraculous machine. The generator generates no more. And I actually never did find, like, the fuse. Surely that's around here somewhere, and I would have had yet another way of locating gas. But I do feel as though I've maxed it out. Probably there's a way to unlock that, and then from there, you would be able to get the fuse, and then you would be able to... But I think... See, that's the one I thought I would be able to get gas from, but maybe it won't be the case. Another turtle! The same turtle? Seems to be heading to Ocean City too. At this rate, it might beat you there. Take it with you. What am I going to name him? What am I going to name the turtle? Nerdle. Nerdle the turtle. There's an old children's book that's called like Yerdle the turtle or something, but this guy's a bit of a nerd. Nerdle the turtle. Yeah, that's exactly how I wanted him to be named. The turtle is like a slow bandage. Each round of combat, Nerdle heals a random wounded ally by his mysticality. I might swap that out. I'm sorry, Byron. You're decent. Increases all of them? All of them get raised? Whereas here I could just be healed. Do you know what? I wonder if I'm being actively healed. My Moxie's raised. I'm using a Moxie-based weapon. I have the hot gloves. All of that. If I pull all of those things together, then maybe I can kill the Dust Devil. I better try one last time before I, like, move on for good, you know? Maybe it'll work out for me. Heal me up, man. I could really use the assist here. A honk. And 4 physical damage. The bleed is really going to mess me up. He's not dealing as much. Come on, man. The tiniest bit of healing. But I can throw a rock for 2 damage and deal 4. Flip. You flip him is how you attack. Scoop. Nice. Suck it. You really gave that devil its due. Excellent. The dust under the bed is no longer bedeviled. Come on, you must be stoked about that. Tell him about the devil. Did you know? Did you now? I did know, now you know. Well, thank you kindly. Of course, it's a bit late for my purposes, but I imagine the next occupants will be grateful. Hope the thing didn't rough you up too bad. Nah, it was a snap. It was horrible. I guess I got experience, and I proved that I have some level of grit and determination to see these sorts of things through. So, I think we can just go fill up the bus and get on our way. Away we go, good sir. Oh, and we're only 6 miles away. Wait, you wouldn't make a dog walk 6 miles in this rain, no matter how bad it wanted to. Hey there, friend, any luck? Show the driver your gas can. Well, his gas can. Well, this can doesn't usually hold that much gas. Not sure how you did that. Well, whatever. You ready to hit the road? Yes, let's get out of here. And that'll probably be the end of the, prologue. Empties it in, and with that, we're on our way. Experience gained back on the bus. You climb back on the bus and return to your seat, and soon you're dozing off to the sound of rain spattering on the window beside you. Unfortunately, it's barely an approximation of sleep. The sort of sleep that you slip into so gradually that you don't even know you're asleep until something wakes you up. Plunkett Street, and you realize that you're meandering through thoughts of the past few minutes have been utterly strange, shadowy tendrils of whispering ideas. Wow, very vague and ominous. Hey kid, this is your stop, right? That are now totally forgotten. Ugh. What? All ashore. What's going ashore? Thanks for traveling, Willis Busco. Well, that was just extra confusing then, wasn't it? There we go. The perfect place to round out an episode, much more logical than the previous time around. I hope people are into this. I'm loving it. I've been like waiting for this game for years at this point, checking Twitter and news updates and things. I can't believe it's finally here just so suddenly. I couldn't be more excited. Don't forget to pitch me name suggestions for the episode titles. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again